Welcome to the course of Unix and Shell Programming. This course is for 3rd BTech first sem. Myself, G. Prashanti, Vignan's Lara Institute of Technology and Science, Department of Information Technology. So, we are going through your file permissions. Okay. So, where in previous class we have seen the different permissions, the different category of users that we are having, and different types of permissions that can be given. Okay. So we are having like 3 category of users, like we are having like users. Okay, so users are nothing but the owners of the file, and similarly we are having another category called as the group, where the group is the multiple users who can access that particular files. Okay, so and all the users in that group are given the same access. And similarly we are having the 3rd category, others. Okay, others are the users who are not the creators, or we can say who are not the owners, and who do not belong to the group also. Okay, so others means that world or universe, and these users does not belong to the group, or either they are not the owners of the file. Okay, for these 3 category of users we are having 3 permissions: read permission, write permission, execute permission. Okay, where in the read permission, if the read permission is given to the file, then that particular users can open that file and they can read the contents of the file. Okay, if the read permission is given to a directory, then the users can list the contents of that directory. List the contents in the sense that they can view the files, they can view the file names and the directory names. Okay, so similarly next one you are having is the write permission, where in the if the file is given the write permission, then the users can modify the contents. Okay, they can modify the contents of the file. Okay, so similarly if the write permission is given to the directory, then the users can add the directory or add the file, they can rename the file, they can remove the file. Okay, those operations can be done on the directory if the write permission is given. And the 3rd one is the execute permission, where in the execute permission, so whatever the code that is written in that particular file, that can be executed if the execute permission is given. Okay, so those are the 3 permissions and the 3 category of users that we are having for each particular file. Okay, so when we create a file, by default some permissions will be given to the file. Okay, if we want to change the permissions. Okay, so in today's class we are going to study how to change the file permissions. When you create a file, then by default the system will be giving some permissions. If you want to change those permissions, okay, so if you want to change those permissions, then you can change the permissions by using the command called as chmod or change mode. Okay, so by using this command we can change the permissions of a particular file. Okay, so here to change file and directory permissions, we will be using the chmod command or change mode command. The owner of the file can change the permissions. Okay, here who is the owner of the file? So that owner of the file can change the permissions for the users. Users are nothing but the owner. Okay, user is nothing but the owner of the file, group or others. So 3 category of users. Okay, so here for changing that mode, okay, for changing the permissions, here we are having 2 methods. Okay, 2 changing modes that we are having. The first one is called as the symbolic method, and the second one is called as the absolute form. Okay, so by using these 2 methods we can change the permissions of a particular file. Okay, so the first method here is the symbolic method. So first let's go through the method called as the symbolic method. This method is used for changing the permissions of a file. Okay, so here this is the first and probable easiest way, and it is also said to be the relative method. Whatever your symbolic method, it is also sometimes called as the relative method. Okay, relative method for changing the permissions of a particular file. Okay, so it lets you specify permissions with single letter abbreviations. Okay, so in this relative method, or we can say symbolic method, so we can specify the permissions by using letters. If it is like read permission, we can specify by using the R. Okay, so if it is like read permission, then we can specify by R. So if it is like write permission, we can specify by W. If it is like execute permission, then we can specify or we can abbreviate with X. Okay, so similarly your class also, that means your user group others. Okay, so if it is like user or owner, then we will be specifying with U. If it is group, then we will be specifying with G, and others are specified with O. Okay, so if you want to give access to all three categories, that is user, group and others, so instead of saying like U, G, O, so we can abbreviate with a single letter A. Okay, so here A means all three category of users. Okay, so and similarly for the accessing also, if you want to add read permission. Okay, so if you want to add read permission, then you can use plus symbol. Okay, if you want to remove the permission, okay, if you want to remove any read permission, then you can use the minus symbol and equal to symbol to set exact access. Okay, so by using these single letter abbreviations, where R, W, X, and for three category of users, U, G, O, and if it is all A, and similarly for access, for changing the access type, so you can use the operators plus, minus, equal to. By that single letter abbreviation, we can specify the permissions. Okay, so here the chmod command using this method consists of at least 3 parts from the following list. So here we will be having access class, who are nothing but the 3 category of users, operators like to add permission, to remove permissions, like that, and access type, which permission has to be specified. Okay, so this is the syntax. Okay. Okay. So this is your this is your syntax for the. Okay. So this is the syntax of your change mode command. Okay. So where you have to specify chmod, and then if you want, you can give the options, like you will be having recursive minus R. Okay, where if you are like giving any directory, so all the files and subdirectories that are within the directory, so those permissions will also be changed. Okay, so here you can specify some options, and here the mode. Okay, so mode here, this mode represents. Okay, so here in this mode you have to give to whom you want to give the permission. Okay, if you want to give permission for like users, okay, so if you want to give permission to users, then you will be saying U. Okay, and you have to next you have to use the operator. Okay, so if you want to like add permission, then you have to say plus. If you want to remove the permission, you have to say minus. Okay, and if you want to give exact access, okay, then you have to give the equal to. Okay, and then you have to specify the permission, like if it is like read, write, execute. Okay, so if you want to give the 3 permissions, read, write, execute, then you will be giving RWX. Okay, if you want to give only write permission, then you will be saying W. If you want to remove that write permission, then you have to say minus W. Okay, so these are the 3 modes where here while giving that whenever you are specifying that permissions, so that has to be given in 3 modes. First one is who means that which category of user you want to give the permission, and then you have to say the operator, and then you have to give the permissions. And then you have to give the file or directory. If it is a file, you can give the file name. If you want to change the permissions for the directory, then you can specify the directory name. Okay, so this is some examples. Okay, so where chmod, so users. Okay, so where users are given read, write, execute permission, and the group is given only write permission. Okay, and the others are removed with the write permission. Okay, for the file called as the memo.txt. This is the file name, and these are the permissions that are specified for the users, group, others. Okay, so here users are given all the three permissions: read, write, execute. So groups are given with the write permission, and others are removed with the write permission. For the file memo.doc. Okay, so this is your syntax. Okay, so this is the syntax of your symbolic mode. Okay, so let's see some examples here. So here, so first example to add permission. Okay, so to add permission. So here I am trying to add permission for everyone to write. Okay, so to everyone to write. Everyone to write means all. All means user, group, others. Okay, so to write a file in the current directory named my file at the Unix prompt, we have to enter chmod a plus w my file. Okay, so let's see this example. Already there is a file ls space minus l my file. Okay, so already there are some permissions given to this file. So now I want to change the permission. Okay, so here I want to give all write. Okay, I want to give all the users write permission. So what I am saying here at the Unix prompt. Okay, at the Unix prompt I have to give chmod a. A represents that it is all. Okay, since I want to add the write permission. Okay, since I want to add, I am saying plus. Okay, and I want to give write permission, I am giving w my file. Okay, so a plus w. Okay, so this a plus w, where this a is for all and plus. Okay, plus means that you are adding the permission, and w means that giving the write permission. Okay, so here when we are saying like when we are saying like ls space minus l my file. Okay, since we have changed the permissions, so after changing the permissions, when we are again saying ls space minus l my file, you can see that all are given the right permission. Okay, so here this owners, okay, users are given with the right permission. So here group is also given with the right permission, and others is also given with the right permission. Okay, so that is giving for that is the method for giving the symbolic. Okay, so here when you are giving permissions to all, okay, so when it is like all, you can omit that a. Okay, so even if you omit that a also, so it will be considering that read permissions for all. Okay, so here if you omit the access class means that access class means that u, g, o, a, all these are the access class. If you omit that access class, it's assumed to be all. Okay, by default it will be considering for all. Okay, so you can also enter the previous example as we have given in the previous example, where we have given chmod a plus w my file. Okay, so here since it is given for so if you omit this a, even if you omit this a, so that write permission is given, that read permission or whatever the write permissions that you are giving, so that is given for all. Okay, so and similarly, you can also specify multiple classes also. Okay, so you can also specify multiple classes also. Okay, so here, so in a single command, you can specify multiple classes and types with a single command. Okay, so for example here we are removing read and write permission for group and others. Okay, so here we are trying to remove the read and write permission. We are trying to remove the read and write permission for group and others. Okay, so we can give the multiple classes and multiple types also. So by giving the group and others will be removed with the read and write permissions for that particular one. Okay, so that is for removing and writing. You can give the multiple classes and multiple types also. Okay. Okay, whereas this command says that even if you don't specify the access class, okay, if you don't specify the access class also, then when you don't specify the access class, that means that it is for all in the sense for user, group and others. Okay, so and you can also specify that different permissions be added and removed in the same command. Okay, so this is another example where you can add, okay, where you can add and remove the permissions in the same command. So for example, where here for all, okay, so for all we are like removing the write permission and we are adding the execute permission. Okay, so in a single command for all we are like removing the write permission and we are adding the execute permission. Okay, so that we can see in the example. Previously this file is given with the, okay, so all the users, okay, all the users are with the write permission and no one is with the execute permission. Okay, so in this example you can see that all the users are with the read write permission and no one is with the execute permission. So when I am saying this a minus w plus x, okay, so and when I am saying a minus w plus x, and when we are saying again ls command, so we can see that, okay, so we can see that all are removed with the write permissions. Okay, all are removed with the write permissions, like the here the whatever the owners, they are removed with the write permissions and they are given with the execute permission. Okay, so similarly this is for the group, where for the group also that write permission is removed. Okay, so whatever these write permissions that we are having, that write permission is removed, and whatever the execute permission that previously it is not there, so now that execute permission is added. Okay, so similarly for others also, write permission is removed and the execute permission is added. Okay, so in that way, in a single command you can add and remove the permissions in a single command. Okay, so and the third one and the next one is your access equal to operator. Okay, so here you can use the exact form. So it is like exact form to explicitly to state that group and other users access is set only to the right. Okay, so it is an exact form representation. To give an exact form representation, we can use the equal. Okay, so here I am giving group and others with write permission. Okay. So see here already previously this my file, okay, so this my file does not have any write permissions. Okay, so if it is like owners, okay, here the owners are not having the write permission, and the group, whatever the group we are having, they are having only the read permission. Okay, and similarly the others are also having only the read permission. So when I am saying the exact form, so GO equal to W. Okay, when we are saying the exact form, so since we are not specifying for the users, whatever the users, it will be remain the same. Okay, so users permissions will remain the same, whereas for group and others we are saying exactly you should have the write permissions. Okay, no other permissions. So here the read permissions is removed and the write permissions are given. Okay, so only the write permissions will be given for the group and others. Okay, so when we are saying equal to exact permission, that means that group and others are given only with the write permission, no read permission, no execute permission. Okay, so that means that previously they are having the read permission, so that read permission is removed and they are given only with the write permission. And similarly for others also, so previously others are having the read permission. Okay, so since we are saying exact permission, so that read permission is also removed and the write permission is given. Okay, so that GO equal to W means that those group and others are given only with the write permission. Okay, so if previously if they are having read permission or execute permission also, they will be removed. Okay, so they will be removed, and whatever you are specifying with your equal to operator, only those permissions will be maintained. Okay, so that is the equal operator where it will be giving the exact access. Okay, so similarly for directories also. Okay, similar to your files, even for the directories also, you can change the permissions. So to add write permission for other users. Okay, for other users on a subdirectory named mydir, we would enter chmod o plus w mydir. Okay, so it is very much similar to your files. So similar to your files, we are changing the permissions for the directory. Okay, so as for your files, here also we will be using for plus, minus, equal to. Okay, so if you want to add any permission, we will be saying plus. If you want to remove any permission, we will be saying minus. If you want to give exact access, then we will be using the equal to operator. Okay, so here since it is a directory, I am saying ls space minus ld. Okay, so since I want to view only for the directories, I am saying minus ld mydir. Okay, so since it is a directory, I am saying minus ld, so it is showing the permissions here. Okay, so here already for that directory, they are having the owners are having the read, write, execute permissions. Okay, whereas the group are having only read and execute permission, and similarly for others also only read and execute permission. Okay, so here by using this command o plus w. Okay, where O represents for others, plus for adding the permission, and W for write permission. Okay, so and also by saying this, that write permission will also be added to the directory mydir. Okay, so when we are saying again ls space minus ld mydir, we can say that. Okay, so we can see that the write permission will be given for the. Okay, the write permission is given for the others. Okay, so here since here for others there is no write permission, but when we are saying chmod o plus w, so the write permission is given for the others also. Okay, so changing the permissions for a directory is very much similar to your files. Okay, so here to change permissions recursively in all subdirectories. Okay, so since we know that in a directory we will be having files and subdirectories. Okay, so if you are having any directory, in that directory we will be having we can have a group of files and we can have subdirectories also. Okay, if you want to recursively change the permission for all the files and subdirectories that are present within the directory, then you will be using that -r command. Okay, when you use this -r command, so whatever the permissions that you are giving, so those permissions will be applied to all the files and directories that are present in the mydir. Okay, so whatever the permissions that you are specifying here, so those access permissions will be applied to all the files and subdirectories that are present in the directory called as the mydir. Okay, so let's see the example here. So here ls space minus ld mydir. Okay, so this is the main directory. So for this main directory, these are the permissions. Okay, so in this main directory, we are having another. Okay, so we are having another directory called as the foo. Okay, so this is like mydir, my directory. In this my directory, I am having another subdirectory called as the foo. Okay, so here when I am saying ls space minus l mydir, so here you are getting like you will be getting a list. Okay, when you are saying ls space minus l mydir, it will be listing all the files and subdirectories that are present in this mydir. Okay, so here since this mydir consists of only one subdirectory foo. Okay, so here and this the subdirectory consisting of these permissions. Okay, so here when I am saying chmod, okay, -r o plus w mydir, that means that others, okay, whatever the others are given with the write permission. Others are added with the write permission. Okay, so here when I am using this command, okay, along with the option -r, not only this mydir is given with the right permission for others, but also the subdirectory. Okay, but also the subdirectory foo is also given with the right permission for others. Okay, so that we can see here. So here this is the like foo. Okay, so even the subdirectory foo, where here you can see that right permission is given to that also. Okay, so and similarly for mydir also the right permission is given. Okay, so even for mydir and foo, both are given with the right permission. Whereas previously there is no right permission for these two files. Okay, previously there is no right permission for these two files. By using this recursive mode, not only for that particular directory, all the files on all the directories that are present in this directory will also be having the same permission. Okay, so since here we have given others with the right permission by using -r recursive mode. Okay, so here the foo, okay, whatever the subdirectory that is present in mydir, that is given with the right permission, and similarly the directory itself, mydir, is also getting the right permission. Okay, so that is the recursive mode, where recursive mode it is also to change permission recursively in all directories below the specified directory. Okay, so that is nothing but the -r option. Okay, so another one is our absolute mode, that is about the symbolic method. Okay, so that is about the symbolic method, where symbolic method or we can say relative method. So that symbolic method, relative method is used for giving permissions for a particular file or directory. Okay, where you will be using a single letter abbreviations like R, W, X. Okay, for read, write, execute permission, for operators, okay, for giving access operators like plus, minus, equal to, and also for the users U, G, O, and if it is all, you can say A. Okay, so those are the by using those abbreviations, like we will be giving we can change the permissions of a particular file or the directories. And next method is our absolute form. Okay, where in the absolute form we will be using the numbers. Okay, so in absolute form, by using the numbers, we will be specifying the permissions. Okay, so here the other way to use the chmod command is the absolute form. Okay, absolute form in which you specify a set of 3 numbers. A set of 3 numbers that together determine all the access classes and types. Okay, so here if it is like read permission, then it is given a number of 4. Okay, if it is a write permission, it is given a number of 2. If it is an execute permission, it is given a number 1. Okay, so by adding all these, we can specify the access type. Okay, if it is like group, others. Okay, so by adding these permissions, we will be specifying the access type. Okay, so rather than being able to change only particular attributes, instead of saying the attributes like U, G, O, okay, and instead of saying like R, W, X, so we will be adding these numbers, and we will be specifying the permissions. Okay, so the 3 numbers are specified in order. Okay, here you have to use the order, where the first number goes for the user. Okay, so user, group, other. Okay, so here you have to consider the order. The first number is for the user, the second number is for group, and the third is for others. Okay, so this is like you are having like, so these are the permission numbers. The read is given 4, write is given 2, execute is given 1. Okay, so here while giving the permission, you have to say the order. Already we have said. So the first one is for the user, the second one is for group, and the third one is for others. You have to follow the order: user, group, others, and then the file. Okay, so here whatever the permissions that you are having, those has to be added. Okay, so that is about the absolute form.